So now we're going to start talking about the lymphatic system. And if we look at the circulatory system, and if I have my heart here, and blood goes out the aorta into the systemic circulation, and it comes around and it goes into from the aorta to muscular arteries all the way down to arterioles and into capillary beds. So oxygenated blood comes down and enters the capillary bed, and we get perfusion into tissues. So the nutrients are pushed out from the capillaries to the tissues. And things like carbon dioxide then go back into the tissues and we get deoxygenated blood going back through the venous system, from venules to veins, and back to the heart, which should go into the atrium, but whatever. Okay, so this is the systemic circulation, and it goes in, like a big circle, right? It's going this way through the capillary bed, this way, this way, this way, and back up to the heart, and then back again in a big circle, okay? The lymphatic system is a one-way system. So in the lymphatic system, we have lymphatic vessels that are located around capillary beds. And these lymphatic vessels absorb the excess fluid, and then it'll take in like dirt and yucky things as well. So this is a lymphatic vessel. Lymphatic, which is filled with lymph. Lymph means clear water. Clear water. Lymph capillaries are the smallest vessels, smallest capillaries, and they're the most permeable. Okay, so the lymph system then grabs the stuff from the capillary bed and brings it back, and it has some stops, some, lymph nodes and things like that, and it comes back and it dumps into the thoracic duct and right lymphatic duct. So those ducts, I'll put that up here. The thoracic duct and the right lymphatic duct. And from there, it gets dumped into the venous system, the subclavian vein on the left and the right. So these empty into the left and right subclavian vein. And then, of course, that blood then goes back into the heart. Okay, so let me erase this. All right, so the body, put this up here. The body uses lymph vessels to drain the excess fluid. To drain the excess fluid out of the interstitial space. So lymph travels through lymph vessels. They travel through lymph vessels and they reconnect with the blood vessels and then return to the blood. And they connect through the thoracic duct, the right lymphatic duct, and then those empty into the subclavian veins. All right, so let's look at functions of the lymphatic system. So return excess fluid, which is what we've just been talking about. To the heart. That's one. All right. 2, it helps large molecules enter the blood. So like hormones, lipids, things like that. It provides immune surveillance. So it gives areas like lymph nodes a place where lymphocytes and macrophages and things like that can find bugs. And it helps transport pathogens, antigens, and dendritic cells from tissues to lymph nodes. Okay, so it picks those things up. Those are some of the bugs, quote, that get picked up in the interstitial space by lymphatic vessels. Okay, pathogens obviously are bugs. Antigens are basically the same thing. Something that will stimulate anything that will stimulate the immune system. And then dendritic cells are actually cells that help to present pathogens to white blood cells, namely lymphocytes. All right, so that's basically the lymphatic system. We don't talk a whole bunch about it other than, mentioning it for immune system stuff. So we're going to start right into the immune system. So the next video I do is going to be a introduction to the immune system.